Zero.
It's Radio Zero with Rick and Rose. Friday, May 15th, 5:07 p.m. Central Standard Time?
I don't know.
2026.
We're live streaming on Facebook on the Radio Zero page and Poster Children page, on Twitch at PCJCUSA, and on the Poster Children YouTube channel. You can subscribe to the podcast on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Pocket Casts, or go to radiozero.us. You can patronize us at patreon.com/radiozero. Thanks to all of our donors.
Is that it? Are you done?
Yes.
It is International Conscientious Objectors Day
Yeah.
today. Wow. I thought it was there was something about donuts too, but that's a different day. I don't
know. I don't know if today is International Donut Day. I think I would have put that in the description if it was, in fact, International Donut Day.
Okay, now I've got the... All right. So I have a list of stuff to talk about. Do you have your list?
No, I did not prepare.
What have you been doing all day? You've been gone. You've been missing. I haven't seen you. Were you on the roof or something?
Yeah, I was on the roof.
No, really. What were you doing?
I was in
what
the
did you do
studio.
Today? Oh, you were in the studio. Okay. All right. And I saw that you, can we...
I also went grocery shopping.
Yeah.
Yeah,
how was that?
I did a bunch of stuff.
All right, when you woke up, what did you do? I love that podcast with the what did you do thing, but we won't do that. But okay, you did go grocery shopping, and you were in the studio. The thing is, it's not hot out yet, so I thought you'd be upstairs for a while. Like hasn't gotten like blisteringly, like insanely hot yet.
Yeah.
Okay, so so you posted a little Salaryman unboxing today.
Yeah,
so it was
a little preview, but the record's not coming out for 3 months.
Little taste of the record. And with a little taste of the song.
Yeah. But yeah, we should save it for
save any talking
September.
About that. Okay. What did I want to say? Well, I was,
August.
I was working on. I had questions about the one sheet. I wanted to ask you about. So I'm just going to go ahead, and you can be like, no, we're not talking about that. But
yeah, I'd rather not talk business.
Well, just if you were going to mention some directors, some movie directors that that influenced Salaryman, because our music is sort of a like visual landscape, as it were, since it doesn't have it's like cinematography for your ears, which I didn't write in there.
I mean that thing, I think we even said it in some record promo 20 or 30 years ago, soundtracks for movies that don't exist. I mean,
ooh.
Yeah, but we've already done that, and lots of other people have.
And everybody will remember that. But okay, so what my question was, though, like I was trying to think of, and that group of us, right? So you, me, Howie, and Jim, we used to like when we were on tour. That was like a lot of movie watching, wasn't it? Like you guys, like we even had like we had songs like named after like directors and stuff, didn't we? We had a lot of that.
I don't know if we had a song named after a director.
We did, not Salaryman, though. It was a Poster Children song.
Oh.
What's the director with lots and lots of guns?
Oh, yeah. Well, we had a song called Peckinpah.
Yeah, there you go, right? That's a director.
But not, it was P-E-C-K.
Yeah.
And apostrophe P-A-W.
Yeah, but it was named after Peckinpah.
Yeah, but it was a pun. And
so
it started out as a Salaryman song, and then it was rejected as a Salaryman single.
Oh, all right.
And then I edited it down some more and put it on Poster Children record.
Okay, so as we're so what other I wrote Sun Ra, even though I think I watched the Sun Ra movie way after we recorded this record, or the parts of this record. But he's still in there.
Yeah, and
like,
I don't think he directed. Did he direct the movie? He wrote it. I'm trying to remember who directed Space is the Place.
But so that's where you can get all poetic and shit, like, from Sun Ra to Cronenberg I wrote. But
yeah, but when people when you reference Sun Ra, it's people think music. They don't think the movie.
Oh, that's not going to work then. From
it's
Sun Ra's.
So if you say Sun Ra, then people are going to think that it's, weird free jazz space music.
Oh yeah, that's not good. From Sun Ra's.
Well, I don't know if it's not good,
well,
but
no,
I don't think we're quite.
No, we're not there at all.
In that realm.
What was the movie called?
Space is the Place.
Space is the Place. I'm just writing it down, so just so you'll remember when you fix this. And then I'd have to have Cronenberg's The Fly or something, so that's not going to work. So you'll have to fix that. But I wanted to, I wanted to just mention the directors, or maybe it should be cinematographers. But cinematographer names are not like household names, so it's not going to work. All right, never mind. Well, that's a work in progress, I guess. That's. But wait, what else did I write in there? Yeah, I was trying to, I mean, the name of the record is out now, right?
I think so.
'Cause it's on your little teaser.
Yeah.
So I was trying to connect A Hard Drive's Gonna Fail, like, with the rest of the songs. Which is rough because the songs are, like, the song titles.
It's not a concept album.
Yeah, it's not a concept album. That should be the header. It's not a concept album. Okay. All right. Well, and when you think of A Hard Rain's Gonna Fall, I asked Dow this, and he wouldn't answer. Like, what can you tell me? Let's say I've never heard A Hard Rain's Gonna Fall before.
The Bob Dylan song?
Yes.
Like what?
Because our
what are
record,
you asking?
the Salaryman record, is called A Hard Drive's Gonna Fail.
Yeah,
what I'm asking is for you to say, like, oh, well, that's a song about like it's like sort of biblical proportions, like, of the things that it reminds me of that who did, like, that there's like a poem, or like a child's poem, right? Who did you meet on the way to whatever? I met a person, blah, blah, blah. I met this person, I met that person. And then they say, how many people did you, or did went to whatever that place was? And the answer is 0, because you met them on the road to wherever it was. Do you remember that child's thing?
Yeah.
Yeah. That song always makes me think of that. That I don't know what that is, a child's poem or
A
something.
Hard Rain's Gonna Fall.
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think the title, it was, I mean, like most Salaryman titles, it was somebody said it. It's like funny.
I said it, I think. Yeah, it is
Sure.
funny.
And then, yeah. And so, it's, yeah, I don't think it has deeper meaning.
Yeah.
I don't think it's a response to A Hard Rain's Gonna Fall, other than it's a.
Yeah, but if you wanted to retrofit it, it's all part of we said it, right? We were like, oh my God, that's great. That's so funny. A hard drive's going to fail. A hard rain's going to fall. So it's not like, let me look up a Primus record. If I said the title of a Primus record, we wouldn't be like.
Frizzle Fry?
Yeah, we wouldn't be like, oh, we need to call the album Fazzle Frat. We wouldn't be like that. So somewhere we've all accepted A Hard Rain's Gonna Fall.
You mean A Hard Drive's Gonna Fail?
Yeah.
Or?
Yeah. Never mind. Okay. What's next on my list? White Lotus and Hating Your Characters. So you've apparently watched the entire first season of White Lotus.
5 years ago. When did it come out?
I have no idea. I'm watching it now because Burger
Bundle.
Burger King is watching it now.
Burger King.
Dairy King. Dairy King is watching it now. And like, if I walk in and I see a giant scrotum on the TV, I'm going to watch it. I'm going to watch whatever comes next.
Boy, I
because-
don't remember that part.
Yeah. How could you, like, I thought about that all last night, the giant
Huh.
scrotum. So, okay, so you don't remember that. But so what you did say, like, so Derry King, who lives in our house now, said that you had mentioned that that writer hates his characters. And I've heard that before.
It's not even that he. I think he hates people.
Okay.
But yeah, you get the feeling. I don't know. And I'm also realizing that I may have confused, or I not confused, conflating him with Todd Solondz. You remember that, like Welcome to the Dollhouse, and
Yeah. I
felt like there's
actually,
a similar aesthetic, Mike White. But then looking at Mike White's history, it's just like Chuck and what is it? Chuck and Larry? No, what is it called? I can't. Is that's, and he didn't even direct that, and then it's like, and then he's done a bunch of other stuff that's not really as White Lotus-y, like School of Rock and things like that. And so it's like, oh, okay, maybe Mike, but I do feel like I don't trust him.
Can you give an example of how somebody would even in Succession or any media that you're familiar with, where a director either hated or did not hate or a writer hated or did not hate their characters?
I guess God, what is it? It almost is like nobody's good, everyone's flawed, and they're being tortured, and then you're watching them being tortured, right? It's like when I talk about not trusting, like David Lynch, like there's borderline stuff with David Lynch, like the last season of Twin Peaks with the kid getting hit by a car and stuff, where it was like, oh, I'm going to stop watching this. I don't think he's showing me this. I think he's. And also what I've complained about with
Handmaid's Tale?
No. Oh, yeah, actually Handmaid's Tale.
Yeah.
Sometimes, yeah. After the first season, The Handmaid's Tale just feels like, yeah, it's just somebody, and the characters are not doing things in sort of service to their, or they're just doing it in service of showing me upsetting things, and they're being tortured, or they are torturing, and we are watching it, and we are not gaining any sort of, I don't know what,
like momentum or something towards
no,
it, like
it's like
wallowing in
a kid, a kid showing you, like squeezing a bug to death or something, or a mouse, squeezing it and showing you.
Oh, wow, that's really good. Okay, so that's what I was looking for. I was looking for, like, why? Yeah, so they're squeezing their characters to death.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. So I'm not talking about Margaret Atwood. I'm talking about whoever. Yeah, sort of continue. Like Margaret Atwood was the source material. Wrote the source material of Handmaid's Tale.
Yeah.
But she did not write the series and the episodes, unless I'm wrong about that. But I'm pretty sure she didn't.
Okay, somebody named the Breakfast King of Loyola says Margaret Atwood is the best. I saw pictures of her removing invasive weeds from something in Ontario. I can't read the bottom of it because I've got like my aspect ratio is messed up. That's cool though. Do we know this person? Do we know you, Breakfast King of Loyola? Anyway, yeah. All right. So that helps me understand that, because I was trying to figure out, should I watch this or not? And so I went 1.5. Like they start out with the giant scrotum, and the guy is like, and the guy reminds me of the guy from that other series about rich people that are very bad too, except it's not. He's the dad in the like kids movie or something like that, right? But he looks like one of those blonde waspy guys that are in comedies that you like.
The
right?
dad. It's
Yeah.
the dad.
Yeah.
In the show. Okay. I vaguely remember that.
Yeah. So, and then the other thing I kind of liked is the two asshole, like terrible teenage girls, look a little weird, but hi Joe. Joe says he wishes he could bring himself to find a show to watch. The two girls are reading like Nietzsche and Oedipus. Nietzsche, well, I understand that those are not both authors, but they're books. Their books. One of them says Nietzsche on the front of it, and the other one says Oedipus. And so they're like the two old men in the Muppet show.
What is that called in Shakespeare? It's
Graham says it's the Greek chorus.
Yeah, Greek chorus.
Sorry, Dairy King. Well, Joe, I don't know if you want to watch this show. Did you watch The Pit? Because that was great. I really liked that, and I'm about ready to do an Andor rewatch, just because I think we're going to have to subject ourselves to the Baby Grogu movie, and I'm going to call it the Baby Grogu movie. I'm going to have to subject myself to that.
Is there any connection to Andor?
Well, that'll make me not hate things of Star Wars. It'll like coat my mouth with a sugary coating, so when I suck on the lemon, it'll taste like cotton candy to me.
So
little reference.
Why don't you watch it after? Why do you need to pre-watch?
You don't suck on the lemon and then eat the candy afterwards.
Well,
the lemon's done the
yeah,
problem already.
Yeah.
Oh, Joe, watch The Pit. Okay, what do we tell Joe Chrisman about trying to get him to watch The Pit? What was told to me? I was told that it is it's so cool because all the different episodes take place in 1 hour of one day, which I didn't find that interesting until halfway through it. It was like, oh, that is kind of cool.
It's like 24 in a hospital.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah, which I never watched. Joe, you might like it. I think you'll like it. I liked it because it was just relentless. Now, did that director or show writer like their characters? Yes, very much so. They didn't squeeze their characters to death. There was some like redeeming. And by squeezing them to death, you mean like the characters just never do anything good. Like there's no redemption.
It's more complex, and I can't quite describe what it is. But it's always I know it when I see it, or it's just like the feeling I get from the characters and also the person manipulating them. Yeah, it's just like, oh, this is, I don't know. They're just kind of misanthropic tools, to and I guess it's valid to say that everyone's bad. I mean, I guess that's a valid argument.
But you're not the kind of person who believes that. You believe there's a little good in everyone.
There's
Okay, I'm gonna go. I'll move on to the next thing in my. You want to go on your list? You got anything to say?
No.
Okay, I'll just keep interviewing you about stuff then. Your family did not have a TV in their family room when you were growing up, and still don't.
We had a TV room.
TV room, right. But when guests such as me came to your house, like the first time, you weren't ushered into the TV room. Come on into the TV room. Like the family room, like the sitting room does not have a TV in it.
Right.
Actually, I don't know where you'd put a TV. It's kind of like our house. Like our sitting room doesn't, it's got like a fireplace instead.
But I was thinking about this week actually about but I don't know how old I was. I mean, my dad got me a black and white TV for my room, which my mom was not happy about. Like that was an extravagant birthday present I got, or Christmas present. And I'm talking by extravagant. I'm not saying that. Yeah, I got a full console, gigantic TV. It was a little portable.
Okay,
TV,
wait a minute.
right?
So was your dad the one who always wanted to buy nice stuff, and then your mom was like the gatekeeper?
I don't think. No, that was not the dynamic.
Okay. But yet you say your mom was not happy about, your mom thought
me
it was
having a TV in my room, right?
Yeah.
So that meant that I wasn't going to be studying or whatever. It's kind of like the old days, like having your kid have a phone, right? Kids with smartphones.
Yeah.
It was like, because I watched a lot of TV. But I was talking to, I don't know, who was I talking to? Dairy King or Busboy. What's he called? Busboy, right? About how I used the Good Morning America as kind of my clock. I had my alarm clock go off, but then I had everything timed exactly right. I knew, because the show would operate on a very tight schedule, right? It'd like be 10 minutes to the hour or whatever, and I knew at like 10 minutes to the hour, I think, whenever the news
I did that
came
same
on,
thing. Yeah.
I would it would be time for me to get out of bed and get dressed quickly and run out to the bus stop for school.
Yeah,
Like
it was a visual alarm clock.
Timed to the minute. And then I was thinking about, so I was also watching Price is Right reruns again when I was doing work. It's really great, and realizing, oh yeah, that shows a clock too. It's like there's something beautiful about it where oh yeah, I know halfway through it's like the half hour because they're doing the first spinning of the wheel, right?
Well, remember when you had your colonoscopy?
And when I had my colonoscopy, right? And then watched that rerun, and it was like I got knocked out when they were doing the wheel, and then wheeled away, and then when I woke up back in the bed, they were doing the Showcase Showdown, so it meant that I had been under for 30 minutes.
Yeah, you were so excited about that.
Yeah.
You were like, they're on the second Showcase Showdown. I know exactly how long I've been out. Isn't that wonderful? And I was like, uh-huh. And then you were like, let's go get Indian food. And I was so mad at you because my doctor, like when you get a colonoscopy, you're not allowed to eat anything that isn't white for like 3 days, and then afterwards I was like, I can't wait to go eat something, and the doctor's like, yeah, you can't eat anything except white foods again for a week, and your doctor was like, yeah, go get some Indian food, bring some back for me, ha ha ha.
Yeah.
But anyway, yeah, so clock, yeah, I did the same thing. I wanted to say that I did it with the Bozo show, but I don't know.
Well, that was so I can't remember, like, so you'd go, so when Bozo was on at lunchtime, so you'd know, you'd also know when you, like, so what would it be? It would be Ray Rayner, or would it be Fraser Thomas in the morning, and you'd know during what segment of the show to leave for school. And then you'd come back for lunch, home for lunch, and then you'd be watching Bozo Circus, and then you'd know, like, at what point, I'm trying to think of what, it's too long ago for me to remember, like, what point during this show I would have to leave to get back to school.
All right.
I feel like it was the grand prize game.
Could be. Yeah. April Smith says hi from Oklahoma, and I think somebody, now I forgot what somebody had said. No, I missed it. I missed I think.
Can look at the.
Yeah, why don't you? Yeah, because somebody had said, I think it was Joe said something, and I've forgotten it now.
Joe said, I started The Mandalorian and got bored, but related to TV, April said, my parents didn't get a color TV until 1976. My family didn't get a color TV till 1980.
I believe it.
So we had the TV room TV, and then I got a TV, and then I think what's Jim's name?
Jim.
Oh,
Jim.
Found Jim.
Found
Jim got, I think he got one, and then we finally got a color TV, which I almost immediately, either was it me or Jim, put a magnet up to the color TV, and so it had a purple spot in the color in the corner.
What happens if I do this? You didn't get like electrocuted though? Who put like a bunch of tinfoil on the TV and like touched it and like got shot back?
Yeah, I don't.
Somebody.
I don't think I did that. Yeah.
Lars says Rick Rose. Hi, Lars. Hey, Lars. And somebody else mentioned the Hum show. Somebody's going to see Hum on Friday. Yeah, Hum is touring again. That's exciting. I really want to know if they brought their kids with them, because one of their kids went to school with them. Remember when we brought a kid on tour with us, or 2 kids on tour with us?
They were
I don't know why
a little
I wanted
younger.
to know. Yeah.
Is it a full tour, or is it just a few shows?
A few shows, I think. Are we excited for
New York,
the Mandalorian
Chicago,
movie? Right? Yeah. So the nice picture. I saw the Hum picture. That's going to be fantastic. People are going to be so excited to see that. Just so you guys know, we put out the first 2 Hum records, right? We did. That's how cool we are. When some local record label refused to put out the Hum record, we did. We paid for it, right? Isn't that what happened?
No, I mean.
Well, we did pay for it, though.
there wasn't at that time. There wasn't a label that was putting out grunge music.
That's true. That's true. Yeah. So we did. So that was that. But that's cool to see that they're touring again.
Oh yeah.
We're not. Why are we not going? We're not going. We've seen them already.
I would refuse to see. I refuse to see any show at the Aragon. Right, they're playing the Aragon.
I hate that. Yeah. Maybe we could sit on the stage though. Maybe they'd let us backstage or something, with 1,000 of their other friends who probably want to sit backstage.
We've been back. I remember seeing we saw that Fugazi show right backstage, from backstage at the Aragon.
This I don't remember.
Yeah, it was okay. Yeah, on stage it was a little, or side of the stage. Yeah, I don't like the Aragon.
Oh yeah, I hate it.
I mean, I have wonderful memories of seeing shows there, but those memories are tainted by
the sound. You know what's worse though? Like I saw somebody was playing. Somebody that one of our children knows is playing at the Illini Union, and I was like, oh God, that. I feel like that's even worse sounding than the Aragon. But worse sounding for you if you're performing in that tiny little alcove. I don't know how it sounds.
Is it still the same?
I mean, I don't know. Yeah, it might be
different. Yeah, because they redesigned it.
Yeah.
But that was 30 years ago.
Yeah,
we played. Yeah, we played with Cap and Jazz in that space.
Okay, I'm missing all of these. People are writing stuff, all kinds of stuff, and I can't see it all. So, according to the internet, Rick said they should call it Hum. And that's right. Matt wanted to call it Grendel's Hum, right? No, Grendel's Arm. And then Andy Switsky, our friend who was also in Hum at the time, wanted to call it Hum.
Well, no, I think. Yeah. Well, Andy,
we've talked about.
He hasn't found, but he says he's got the sheet of paper that we were writing names on at Kinko's. And then the compromise was going to be Grendel's Hum.
Yeah, and that's not. It's best. I think, like, I was making the argument, and I'm sure you were too, that with 3 letters, your name is always going to be in big font.
Yeah, because we had issues with poster children making posters.
Yeah.
In fact, that's probably, we were at Kinko's talking about it, and then it was like, yeah, you need a band name that's short.
Mm-hmm. Because then it'll be really big, then like.
And also, it's just like, in terms of design, it just makes everything easier, design-wise.
It's a beautiful, beautiful 3 letters there, HUM.
Lars says the alley is closing in Chicago. Owner is looking for a buyer. When was the last time you were at the alley?
This is, okay, so
20th century? I think I was there, yeah.
This was not the alley. This was an alley-like place. I feel maybe it was the alley. I think it was the alley
near Punkin' Donuts, right?
Near Punkin' Donuts, and all right. So I'm conflating this memory with when I got my pink tutu that I wore, like in our movie, right? You got
that in Detroit.
Right? No. I got that in Iowa, but. This is what I think, and then at that point I was punk. I was like, had confidence in myself. So I think this happened at the alley. I'm just gonna say that this happened at the alley, where like I was walking around shopping. I looked at the buttons first, and I was looking at other stuff, and then I wanted to go with like a little bit further in the back, and some dude with like a leather jacket and like spikes all over it, like stopped me and said, "Hold on, you can't go back here without your card. Do you have your card?" And I went, "Oh yeah, is this it?" And I pulled my finger, my third finger out, and then I was like, "Oh my God, I can't believe I did that." Like I flipped him the bird, and then I go, "I'm so sorry, I'm sorry." And he goes, "No, that's it. That's the ID. That's the secret password. Go ahead, you can go back there." It was awesome. So I think that was the alley. What did you get anything at the alley?
Yeah, so I think I only went once, and it was definitely not my thing. And so I remember going to resale shops. So there were still like, they weren't expensive, and it wasn't rag stock. Maybe it was. Maybe
no, they didn't have rag stock in Chicago back then.
Well, it was a place like that.
Yeah.
But it I went to, that was more my speed. So that was yeah, I was already, yeah.
Wasn't quite your tempo? What was not your tempo? What was not your speed? What was too fast for you?
I was not a punk rocker, right? I was an indie rocker already. So, I mean, things that were already changing. This would have been 83, 84, right?
We got some Jesus stuff.
That's like, Oh, was there another spam post?
Oh, was there one? Oh, I missed it
I
before.
know. I try to block
Yeah.
them, but you said Jesus stuff. You said
Yeah.
it. Was there a post?
Yeah, I think so.
Oh.
I don't know if it was against us.
Okay. So do you think it's a spam or not?
I can't
Oh,
see it
okay, no.
anymore. All right, so go. So
Oh, okay.
you were.
Yeah.
What did
See,
you?
this is fine.
The
God, you.
Did I scare you?
No. I just.
I interrupted you though.
Well, yeah, but it was like I thought there was another spam, but it doesn't look like it's just somebody making comments. A human.
Okay, so the you went to it was probably the what is it called? The Salvation Army, right? There was a
No.
Salvation Army, no?
Yeah, so I mean, they still have them, but it was, but used clothing stores, but like it was less. They were less expensive.
Okay,
Right?
all right. What did you get in Chicago at a?
See, that's why I think it might have been a rag stock because they had a bunch of shirts dyed kind of like a butterscotch color, like and so it was like all different used shirts, but they were all the same color.
Yeah.
And so because that rag stock would do that.
They
right?
they used to have all their shirts were like organized in color, like in
Right.
the rainbow. It was so
Okay.
cool. It was really
Yeah.
neat. But I remember like the first rag stock that I saw, I feel like was in Iowa City, and then I remember being very jealous that they didn't have it there. All right, and then somebody said, "What Canopy Club also is closing, right?" So did
Yeah.
we? I get that a little bit mixed up in my head now with the castle here, the Castle Theater, because and they don't look the same at all inside. When was I last at the Canopy Club? I saw that post-sex nachos or something like that, tacos band with Dow. We were in Champaign, and his girlfriend was going to a show, and like. And he was like, "Oh, I need to go to that show." And so I think we were in the Canopy Club, but it was only in one, like they could block it off. So we were in the small area, and then the big area had like fight night, like, and when I say fight night, I mean like a disco. Like they had like music playing where frat guys could beat up other people. Oh, a green Volvo. Yeah. Ooh. All right, there's somebody doing. Is that that person who's writing? Is that Cameron Winter? Because it could be. There's some really nice lyrics going on right there. It's Cameron Winter writing to us. I'll quote it. No, I won't quote it. Canopy Club. You got any thoughts on that?
Well, so my memory is that before it was the Canopy Club, it was the Thunderbird Theater.
Yeah, and you could get in and drink if you were 18 because it was Urbana.
Well, that was the bar.
Yeah.
So there was the bar across from the theater. That was, what was it called? What was the bar called? Was it called the Thunderbird?
T-Bird, wasn't
the
it?
T-Bird, yeah. The bar was called the T-Bird.
Yeah.
And then the theater was
It
the
was Thunderbird Theater.
Movie Theater. I think that was our first date. I mean, we went to see a movie.
What did we see?
Really early. I think we tried to see. Was it already divided in half? Was that the time? That wasn't the time when we tried to see Alice, the Woody Allen movie, and then it turned out to be L.A. No.
LA Confidential?
No, the Steve Martin movie. So it was weird.
It was a long time
weird
ago.
that it started out. We were watching it, and it was like, it seemed like a Woody Allen movie, kind of. God, what was the Steve Martin movie called? And then we realized we were in the wrong theater, but that was later.
Oh, that's so funny.
Thunderbird, we may have seen like the Purple Rose of Cairo or something like that. What would have been an earlier? Yeah, it might have been Purple Rose of Cairo. What year was that?
It was a long time ago.
Was that 86? I feel like it might have been.
Yeah, there's more. Okay, I'm gonna be Cameron Winter for a minute. One of 4 engineers of it worked at the Elston Micro Center. Okay, go on. So any other thoughts about the
Canopy Clubs? Yeah, so the Canopy Club. Did we ever play there? I feel like we never played the Canopy Club.
We may not have.
Did we?
No, I was a piano player for a red co. And also co-ed prison sluts at Annoyance. And piano at 10. Whoa! No, he wouldn't do whoa. That's a Bob Mould thing. Sorry. Sorry, Cameron Winter.
Yeah, boy, I don't think we ever played the Canopy Club. I saw Girl Talk and
Fuck.
what's her name?
Can't believe I missed that.
Space Lady.
Who is Space Lady? Laurie Anderson?
No.
Who's Space Lady?
Space Lady later.
Okay.
More recent. Space Lady.
At co-ed prison sluts at Annoyance. I'm reading like comments somebody's like spamming us with.
It's not spamming, it's just talking. But
Okay.
yeah, what I mean it was a club in Champaign, so it was important, but I actually like it was a little later, and then I'm trying to think I'm trying to think what do you have to say about the Canopy Club? You keep asking me.
Here's what I have to say about it.
No.
From Wesley
No.
Curry. Okay, ass mouth. Jesus, remove the hedge from those tongues for a moment then. Sorry, I can't read the rest of it, Wesley Curry, because my aspect ratio is off. The Canopy Club. Well, I'm just going to, in that little cul-de-sac there was the guitar store with the guy who smoked a lot.
Yeah, well, that was all, you know, like 10 years earlier.
Yeah, I don't have enough to say about the Canopy Club. I mean, it's nice because it was really close. Well, I ran into who's the guy without the neck who's sold ice cream and is friends with Ian MacKay? Henry Rollins. I ran into Henry Rollins.
Ice cream.
Bus.
Oh, they worked at Haagen-Dazs together.
Yeah,
okay, he sold ice cream. Wow, that's a deep cut.
Ooh, you are going to be evacuating from Chicago. You are going to be evacuated from Chicago soon. We don't live there, though. You were right. I ran into Henry Rollins outside his tour bus.
Oh, did he play? He was at the Canopy
he played
Club.
at the Canopy Club, where he spoke some words at the Canopy Club, and I didn't go see it. I don't know why I was there. I was probably there for Capoeira or something. Some reason I was there, or some other reaon.
Janelle Monáe. Oh no, Janelle Monáe. She played with. I can't remember. See, I couldn't remember Janelle Monáe's name, and then it was like, oh yeah, no, she played with, and then I just totally blanked on who she played with, of Montreal at the Canopy Club.
Did you see that
Girl
too?
Talk was a different show.
Hey,
I saw a couple things. Yeah, and it was when I lived here. I went over there to see those shows.
Oh my God, I was going to apologize to Wesley Curry, but it really is Cameron Winter. Come on, this is beautiful. Look at this. Wesley Curry, my apologies if I made you sad. Okay, so now I'll continue, but I really do want to keep trying to pretend I'm Cameron Winter and sing these words that you've posted as lyrics, but I can't. Nobody can. Henry Rollins was outside his tour bus, and so I said, "Hi, Henry. I'm Rose Marshak from Poster Children. I Rose from Poster Children."
He
knew,
had a bus, or was
he
he
had
in
a bus. He had
really,
a bus,
a full bus for just spoken
toll
word.
Bus. Yeah. And he said, "Oh, hello, Rose." He was very nice to me, and then I talked to him for a while. I asked him how the tour was going. I didn't talk a lot about Ian. It would have been funny, but I found him a very nice man, and I enjoyed talking to him. And then I went on, and I probably went to get some ice cream. It was like, oh, that'd be funny, wouldn't it? Because I went to get ice cream because he used to sell ice cream. But I don't have any other stories. We have a piece of the brick wall that is right outside the Canopy Club that, like the old brick wall because right next to the Canopy Club is the music building, one of the music buildings at U of I. Right next to the Canopy Club is that music building, and a car crashed into that at some point and broke like the brick wall. And I have a piece of it here sitting on our fireplace. because I took a piece of the brick wall that protected the. Because then there's a huge there's like a sort of a entry. You can walk down the stairs and get to the basement of the music building. Okay, what else we got? So all right, if you have any other questions, if anybody's got any other questions for us, let us know. The next thing I have to say is I'm reading a book that my neighbor wrote called Neoliberalism and Young Adult Fiction, Exceptionalism, Exploitation, and Erasure. And my Erasure. Yeah, I don't know if you guys can see it. Not Eraser. Yeah, not Erasure. Erasure. And it's really this is my summer reading, and I'm like forcing myself to read a certain amount of pages every day. And I had to look up what neoliberalism was because I didn't know. I had to look it up. I thought it was like new neoliberalism.
And you couldn't tell by the picture of Margaret Thatcher and Ronald Reagan on the cover.
Yes,
you were like
really no, I couldn't tell. It is there's a picture of Margaret Thatcher, but she kind of looks like Roberta a little bit. Wouldn't it be funny if that was no?
That's a terrible thing
to
say.
I know. Yeah. All right, but so I had to look up neoliberalism. I think I asked you what it was, and you were like, you wouldn't understand. No, but I had to look it up because the word liberalism confused me.
Mm-hmm.
But so it's the free market stuff. So this is really cool because it's all about young adult fiction. So I've just read the first third of it, I think, which is about the exceptionalism. So they argue that. Let's see if I can put this into words, right? Young adult fiction. So they use like the Hunger Games and some other young adult fiction books to talk about. They're saying that they're lifting up these young adult like teenagers like Katniss or whatever, right? The main character of Hunger Games, main characters of a couple other books too, and saying that there's kind of so they're lifting these people up. They're always against the government. Everything's always the government is bad. So young adults are reading this, everything they're reading is steeped in the government being bad and one person having to save themselves or save their crew from it. The government is never good,
And what's interesting is I was thinking, well, that's kind of just, isn't that a lot of times that's one of the core things in science fiction? But then it's like, I'm thinking back about what John Christopher books with the tripods, and it was like, oh yeah, but these were aliens that were running. It was more about kind of fascist government, like it was like the government's. And then I'm thinking of like 1984 or something, but it's not about just generic government. It's about kind of like fascist or totalitarian governments, right?
Yeah. But so they have three examples in the beginning here, and like the Hunger Games is kind of in the middle of the spectrum. Like there is one book that's I should look it up. I should try to figure out here. Wait, let me see. Let me get. I should have bookmarked it. But Marcello in the Real World. Okay, so that Marcello ends up, obviously is the hero and ends up realizing that it's better to save the world, and everybody in it than I don't know. That one is actually on one edge of the spectrum, and then there's another one where just the what's the other one? Let's see if I can fit Legend. It's called or something like that. It's a series called Legend, but. I can read the conclusion here that I've let's see. Well, individualism is a character trait valued in America. The self-enclosed individualism of neoliberalism results in an egocentric, competitive, undemocratic sense of solipsism that ignores the fact that no one controls their social status at birth and no one can control the fate of No one can control the fate of complex global systems, ecological disasters, pandemics, or international relationships among countries. It's funny, I was reading that this morning, just going, oh my God, it's so true. So thus we find it suspect when young adult authors position teenagers as exceptional, as the exceptional individual, the entrepreneurial hero who alone can save the world. Because I mean, I feel like I totally agree with that. If there's nothing written about, like there's no good government books. I'll bet there probably are, but they like have Trump on. They're probably not books that we read, I guess. I don't know. Right? And maybe we've only read science fiction and fantasy books. Maybe we haven't read other genres. But what other genres are there? I don't know. Anyway, I've been really enjoying reading a book that isn't like how to teach computer programming to artists, or how to, I don't know what other books I've been like. I'm just like reading something like to try to help me teach a class. It's kind of neat to not do that, even though everything I read goes into what I'm teaching. And what are you reading? I saw you had like a Lou Reed book with Lou Reed's head on it, and you were laying in bed, and so it looked like I was in bed with Lou Reed. Which is really gross. Speaking of no necks.
Oh yeah, he did the
he did the weightlifting
workout. Yeah.
All right, so tell
the
me,
neck workout. Oh, I just started reading it.
Is it good?
It's fine so far. It's kind of the introduction. It's not, hasn't gone back to his childhood yet.
Okay. And the only other thing I have listed here I don't want to talk about. It's stupid.
Okay.
So, yeah. Now we can go to your list.
I'm sorry. I didn't prepare. I usually prepare, but I didn't.
Do you?
It was nice you prepared a list.
What are you looking forward to this week, Rick?
Looking forward to?
Are you looking forward to the Mandalorian movie?
No, not particularly.
Here's why I think Joe Chrisman asked that. Sorry if you didn't ask it. I don't call it the Mandalorian movie. I call it the Baby Grogu movie. And it's just I'm gonna have to see it now because I'm imagining that it's gonna be absolutely horrific and I'm gonna hate it. So I imagine that the climax of it, if I can use that word, is going to be Baby Grogu. I'm just going to call him Baby Grogu because he's probably not fully grown Grogu yet. So Baby Grogu flying around just like whatever prequel that was, or whatever new movie that was with Yoda flying around, and people were like, "Oh my God, he's so tiny, but he's so vital." He's so tiny, but I guess size doesn't matter. I guess you can be young and still rise up against the evil government and be exceptional.
So I heard some stuff about what is it called? The big CinemaCon. It's not CinemaCon. Is it CinemaCon? Whatever. No, it's the one for the distributors, right? The clips they showed. It was like heavy with like action with the Mandalorian actually beating people up and stuff. So there's some Mandalorian action. So that they were saying, oh, they're like kind of they were saying they had the same perception of the movie that you do, which is that it's going to be Baby Yoda fighting and stuff like that. But it sounds like there's some substantial Mandalorian.
You know what it sounds like? It sounds like there's something for both the young boy and the dad. When is it coming out? Near Father's Day? Oh.
No. It's not. It's coming out.
I know. It's
Thursday,
coming out
right?
on Star Wars Day.
So I looked at the movie listings, and so there's an IMAX showing, but then there's also something on the slightly less big screen called like Mandalorian opening day celebration, or I don't know what extra stuff's gonna happen, like maybe like Grogu cups or something, where you're drinking out of his head.
I think I saw a Mandalorian helmet. Like there was like a hat. I'm gonna get you this for Father's Day. Like it's a little hat, but it looks like a Mandalorian hat. I'm not going to. So the Mandalorian is for those of us who are not into the Force, right? It's like the chaotic good side of Star Wars, not the lawful good side of Star Wars, because like there's like a post lawful good Star Wars universe that happens after everybody is after the last prequel comes out, and you're just so crestfallen that you're, now I forgot what I was saying. What was but that's like, okay, so now you're like, fuck everything, then you watch the last three, the last part of the what is it, the last three movies, 6, 7, or 7, 8, and 9, right? You watch that and you're like, oh, women can be strong too, and oh, maybe Princess Leia was the other, maybe she was supposed to be whatever, but she went into politics instead. So that I should probably call up Sarah and we should do Forced. We should start doing Forced again. Maybe I have to see that movie for research, so we can start our Forced. And I can make Forced T-shirts too. Okay, where was I? So there's this post lawful good Star Wars where all of a sudden you don't have to be lawful good. Now you're sick of it all, and on top of it, it's Reagan's already happened. Wait, when did the movie come out? 1977. So Reagan already happened.
No.
1980 is when Reagan.
He had given Gerald Ford a run for his money in the primaries, but yeah, no, 1980 was Reagan's year.
Yeah, but so I'm saying that Reagan was during the 4, 5, and 6, right? So Reagan already happened. I'm trying to figure out why we would move
I would
to
say 6.
When was the beginning of the people wanting like a non-lawful good protagonist in Star Wars?
You're talking in terms of politics, like in relation to politics?
Because there's Luke Skywalker was the beginning, like everybody's like, oh, he's great, he's totally lawful good, right? And then you got, I don't know if anybody's right, like, for science, what's Lars saying? So you got those are all good. Then you got the girl protagonist right at the end, right? So 7, 8, 9 is the girl protagonist. The second trilogy, the prequels, is the little boy protagonist. So we had lawful good Luke, and then we had little Darth, little baby Darth, who it's so terrible when good turns to evil, and then the last prequel, or 7, 8, and 9 is like, oh, a woman could be strong too, and there's even a question when they have that little mirror thing. Oh, is she good or bad? Oh, and like, right, oh my God, maybe her dad is whatever, the bad guy, but oh no, he's not. She's just nobody. So that's kind of fucking Ryan. What is his name? Ryan Jones. What's his name?
Ryan. I can't.
Yeah, that guy. All right.
Ryan Johnson.
Ryan Johnson. I knew it started with a J or something like that. I know this is probably all incoherent, but you can just pretend I'm speaking poetry also. So we still was you still wanted lawful good. And then all of a sudden the Mandalorian comes out and it's like, ooh, he's kind of bad but kind of good. He's chaotic good. He's chaotic neutral, in fact. His clan is the Mandalorian clan. He can't take off his helmet except for that one time.
Yeah, it looks like there's lots of no helmet in the movie.
Yeah. Gee, okay. You know what I want to know? Is there ever no shirt? Woo! How about no pants? Woo! I want to see the Mandalorian's butt.
Is that the sequel?
The Mandalorian's butt. You know what I just saw, speaking of sequels? On the Facebook, I saw Stephen Colbert and David Letterman, and David Letterman has grown a beard. I don't know if you know that, but they were throwing shit off
What year is it?
They were throwing stuff off the roof of CBS because
funny.
Apparently it's his last day or something like that.
Well, no, it's not yet. But yeah, that's interesting. But did Letterman do that on CBS, or was that was a late night thing? Did he continue doing it on CBS? Huh.
I don't know. Okay, what did Lars say? All I see is for science.
I don't know. It would have been a reaction to something a while ago.
I'm sorry, Lars. You know what? I have next time when I put this microphone up, I have to not put it in front of my reading, because it's right in front of the little band. Maybe I have to fix this. But y'all have fun at the Hum show. That's and send them our love, right? And what else? What are we doing this weekend? We're going to watch violin lessons, violin concerts.
Oh, that's right. There's another.
Yeah. You know what that means? Papadel's Pizza. Woo! And then what else? What else? Gardening. It's summer.
Is it?
Yeah. Yeah. Anything else?
No.
But it is summer, so we will have a list of wonderful things to talk to people about next. And you have anything to say? You have anything else to say? Nope.
I'm sorry. I didn't
That's
prepare.
Okay. Okay. All right. All right. Well, thank you for listening. You're running the board though.
What do you mean?
You're in charge of all the sound effects and stuff.
Yes. I haven't been using them though. I need to get, maybe that'll be on my to-do list for the summer, is to get some more sound effects.
Also, maybe to prepare for this podcast, we'll have
Wow.
to. No, we should start preparing.
I
know you're usually prepared.
I usually try to.
Yeah.
It's yes.
It's been a rough couple of weeks. The ending of the semester.
Yeah. I guess. I just didn't. It snuck up on me, I guess. I spent a good amount of time editing a 30-second video.
Which 30-second video?
The one we talked about
The
earlier.
unboxing.
Yeah.
Yeah. Our boss remarked that there was a huge amount of. It was very exciting with all of the nested boxes. You know, like I think I texted him and said that we didn't know about the nested boxes. We were like, here's the unboxing and you're recording, and then like I open it up and then there's another fucking box in there. It was like, oh god damn it.
Well, I know about the nested boxes.
Oh.
I don't know why you don't. Yeah, it's triple. You triple box your
Yeah.
vinyl.
Well, it makes
man.
sense. Yeah, so it doesn't break.
Yeah.
Like, so 10% of it doesn't break, so you don't have to pay the artist, which is in the contract. It's like in every recording, every major label recording contract has that, including ours.
The breakage. Well, I wonder if they still have that.
I
Oh, yeah, they
wonder-
did do something right with digital even. Oh, that was it. That was the technology percentage, right?
Yeah, like 10%. This one said, well, we were.
There was the 10% breakage.
Yeah.
And then they carried it over. Yeah, even though records weren't made of shellac and hadn't been for 50 years, but it was still in the contract.
Mm-hmm.
They'd only have to pay you for 90% of what they sold.
And our lawyer said, we're going to cross that out because their records are not made out of shellac anymore. And then they crossed it out. And then like when it came back to us, he was like, oh yeah, they said we have to leave it back in.
And it was also, that it was 92? So CDs were also expensive.
Oh yeah.
And so
yeah.
I think there was a cut for, that was the technology thing. It was like any kind of release that was on new technology, so it was open-ended, but it was like, CDs. And then it was like what, a month later, it cost, 10 cents to make a CD. The cost, the manufacturing cost, went down. That's why the 90s was hugely profitable for the music industry, because they were charging that premium price.
For
what was
CDs.
It? Yeah, for CDs over what vinyl was. And then it's like once they got the per unit cost, manufacturer cost down to like a quarter, it was like basically, it was $15, $16, $17 a profit.
And they're re-releasing all the
And
records.
yet they were cutting, you would get like 75% of CD sales because of the high technology cost, right?
Mm-hmm.
And it was, total
I
scam.
remember that.
Yep. All right.
Well, rest in peace, record labels.
Yeah, you had a
Till
good
we
run.
meet again.
Okay. Oh, yeah, I got to play the outro music.
Mm-hmm. Have a good summer, everybody. See you in 2 weeks. May the force be with you.